Today I'm going to be showing you 3 simple stealth setups. If you're doing a stealth setup, obviously you don't want to be seen. So most of these shelters will be below waist height. So when someone's walking through the forest or wherever you are, you can't be seen above the bush line. You're not going to be invisible, but the idea is just to keep as low as possible and use something like the environment or obviously a camo to break up your silhouette so it's less obvious. This first one's called a flat lay. It's really simple. 1 stick or basher pole or trekking pole, whatever you've got, a couple of pegs and paracord. So the first thing you're going to do is just peg the back corners in, both corners on each side. Then at the front here, you're going to peg the corners, but obviously leave enough space here, enough slack so you can still get the basher pole in. And then the same on this side. So pull it away from the back, but leave enough slack there. And then at the front here, you're going to put your guide line on with a slip knot on the attachment. Now you can just get your pole, put it underneath and peg it out. And that's the flat lay. So yeah, this is inside. It doesn't really get much stealthier than this. The downside is obviously there's not a lot of room, but it is probably one of the stealthiest tarps. If you want to sleep lengthways, you're going to have it the way I've done it, so you can sleep like this. Obviously this is right in your face. If you want to sleep all the way down here vertical, then just put the tarp the other way, but it isn't the most comfortable tarp. So the next one I'm going to show is a low profile lean-to. This is one I'd probably more likely to use. It's going to have a ground sheet and it's quite comfortable to sleep in. So the first thing you're going to do is have the ridge line horizontal, and then peg in this side, pull it tight and then peg in this side. Coming over the front here, you're going to attach your guide line, then put your basher pole or your stick or whatever you've got available underneath and then peg it out. And on this side, you're going to do exactly the same. What I'd say with the guide lines, just a bit of advice, is come out at like a 45-degree angle. It'll just get you a tight ridge at the top and it'll hold the poles up properly. Now at the back here, you're going to fold this underneath, and this is what's going to be your ground sheet. If it is going to be windy or a lot of rain, just peg these back. That'll just give a bit of tautness to the tarp. So that's a low profile lean-to. The benefits of this, obviously you've got a ground sheet, you've got a lot more headroom, it's a lot more comfortable, but there's not as much protection, especially if the rain comes really bad. It can come in from the sides a bit and obviously down here, but if it is raining, if you tuck this back and get right in here, you're going to be fine. The next one I'm going to show you is like a tarp tent. It's a variation on the forester tent, which gives you a lot of protection and a lot more room, and it's still stealthy. So I'll show you that one now. So this next one now is going to be like a low profile tarp tent. I don't really know what it's called. I'm just going to call it a stealth tarp tent. The first thing you're going to do with this one is peg the corners and peg the corner in this side. Try and leave enough space here so you can get your pole underneath. So on the front here, if you've got a stick or a basher pole, on this one obviously I've got eyelets. I'm going to put it inside and then pull it tight. Because nothing's pegged in that side yet, you just want to put this in the ground, not too tight. So at this point it's going to look like that. So we're coming around the back now. So at the back here, using a different tarp, it's going to be different. But on this one, it's 1 attachment in on the army basher. I've put a slip knot and a guy rope on it, and then I'm just going to put this underneath and put it in the ground. What you want to do, which is the most important thing, is set this pole length to be similar to the distance between that attachment and that attachment, because what you're going to do is peg this down afterwards. So you don't want it too short so it can't reach the ground. But yeah, you're just going to put that in and then guide this out and just try and get enough tension on the ridge line so it's nice and tight. So once you've got that in, it's 1 attachment from the corner. They're like straps on this one, and you want to peg this in, but obviously not too tight because you're going to pull the pole over. And then on this side, you're going to do exactly the same thing. Now this is where you're going to create the shape at the back. So the ridge line you want to pull in a bit and peg it down. You want to keep it central with the pole, so it should look like that. So now these corners here, you're going to pull tighten out. A little tip, if this feels too flat, just lift that pole up a little bit. And then, yeah, pull them tight, all directions, and peg it in. And then you're going to do exactly the same on this side. Pull it tight, all directions, and then peg it in. So that's the stealth tarp from the back. And then if we come around the front, that's what it looks like from the front. So it's really low profile, but you've got a lot of room inside. It's just low down. So this setup will easily fit 2 people in. What I've done there at the end, where I've pegged the corners out, just gives you loads extra room. You can store your backpacks down there, and it's a lot extra foot space. Obviously, you can adapt this to however high you want that or however low you want it. This is probably my favourite one out of the stealth setups. Something that I'll definitely use. Downside is it's a bit fiddly to put up, but once it's up, it's really strong. It's absolutely solid. And with this flapping, you can just peg out the sides. It's great protection, it's stealthy, and obviously you can fit 2 people in as well. I hope you liked the video and hope you find it helpful. If you've got any ideas for any other tarp setups, let me know in the comments. And if you can, like and subscribe. I'll catch you on the next one.